If you find styling with fresh fruit as props a little bit of a challenge, or you just want some creative styling ideas, this video is for you because we are going behind the scenes on these images right here. And I think styling with fresh fruit can make for really beautiful, eye-catching imagery, and it can really help your images just pop. And in this video, you're really gonna get a good insight into my thinking patterns while styling, as you'll be watching me go through the styling process from start to finish. Now, before we get stuck into it, guys, it's Black Friday. And you know what that means. If you have had your eyes on my online course, Become a Brand Photographer, I'm currently having the biggest sale I've ever had. So the time to join is right now. And in this course, I teach you things like how to price your work, beginner to advanced Photoshop tutorials, behind the scenes content, how to market your business and book clients. Not to mention, there are now tutorials from guest experts like Annie from Annie Captures Light, Michael from Haas House, Shay Marku, who has over 10 plus years retouching experience, and business and mindset coach Jess Williamson, all with lifetime access and free access to all updates that I make. It really is the course that keeps on giving. Not to mention, there's a private Facebook community where you can get feedback on your work, on your pricing, and ask any questions you have along the way from both myself and all the other students. Here's what some of my students have said about the course.
But I just, like this course, I have gone back again and again and again to different pieces of her process of how she edits things, and it has truly changed the game for me. It is so informative. So if you're interested in brand photography, product photography, anything creative, anything related to a creative business, I think it's incredibly valuable. I think it's totally worth the money. And I am just so grateful I came across it, because yeah, it has like reignited a fire in me for life, for work, for my creative outlets, just for everything, and I'm so grateful for it. And
I am so grateful that I took the leap and invested in this course, and my business would not be where it is if I didn't. So thank you, Amanda, for being so amazing. I love your course and I cannot recommend it more.
I won't lie, this industry is pretty freaking cool, and I still pinch myself that I've been able to work with some of my favorite brands like Body Blends, Kapari Beauty, The Quick Flick, Bondi Boost, Avene, Hot Tools, and so many more. And with the sale price being what it is, you'll make your money back in just 1 to 2 shoots, to which I'm gonna help you do. This is the course that I wish I had when I started my product photography career, and it's designed to help you get results and make money more quickly in your photography business. So if you are ready to invest in yourself and your business, you can grab the course for only $449. But as of the 1st of December, this price goes back up to $749. So don't dilly-dally, don't delay, get in right now. If you have any questions on the course, please DM me on Instagram or send me an email. I'll be more than happy to answer and let you know whether I think it's going to be the right fit for you. And now, without any further ado, let's dive right into the behind the scenes. So for our first scene, I'm using an orange solid color backdrop. This one is from Propsyland. Now, the thing that I want to say about these specific backdrops is that firstly, they are anti-glare. So with some vinyl backdrops, they can be very reflective, especially if you're using strobe lights. These are not. The color comes out so beautifully in your photos. The next thing is that they are matte and silky smooth. So with a lot of vinyl backdrops, there's a textured surface. So if you're zooming in, you're doing macro shots, you can see that texture, and sometimes it's unwanted in the photos. These backdrops don't have that. So you can zoom in and you're not really gonna see any texture. It's gonna be nice and smooth and matte. So for our product today, we're going to be using the Bondi Sands Vitamin C Serum. For me, this is just a personal project, and we're just going to do a flat lay styling these ingredients. So I've got my bowl of oranges here, and I'm just going to pretty much start placing these down and starting to style them. So I think I'm going to use 3 big pieces for balance, like so. And I think I'm gonna have my product just sitting there in the middle. Now, to kind of even out this layering, I'm gonna be using smaller half pieces, something like that. And I think that just gives the photo like a little bit more interest as well, having these different shapes. And then maybe, have to Photoshop a little bit of the orange. Maybe that one up there. Or maybe we put that like, and then I need something else here, I think, just to balance it out a little bit more. I don't know if I want to use, maybe another half would be good, like that. So really, the point I'm trying to make with this photo is creating balance and harmony between the ingredients and the product so that it looks like a nicely balanced photo. So I'm really just looking at both sides and the top and bottom to kind of make sure there's a nice even, I guess, space of ingredient around the product. I feel like I'm actually happy with this. I really like how we've got the half orange moons in different directions. I really like that. Now for the finishing touches, I'm just going to be adding some glycerin spray. So this is glycerin mixed with water, and it's just going to add that like nice hydrated look to the product. And here we are with the final images. So I actually love the 9x16 crop. I think just having the product surrounded by the oranges looks really beautiful, and I'm so stoked with how this came out. If you do want to see a job shadow on how I edited this photo, did a whole background replacement and other bits and pieces, the full job shadow is inside my course, Become a Brand Photographer. So my thought with this photo here is I'm using this staircase, and I might do a background replacement to make it look more golden hour-ish, but then putting some pieces of orange around to kind of frame up the photo really nicely. Now, even though I'm using peach blocks, I can change the color of these in post-production. Peach is gonna be the easiest one to change to orange, I figure, when I'm changing the color. So all that means is I'm changing the hue in Photoshop. So let's move ahead and style this photo. And my aim is to take it from a low angle as well, so that it does look more powerful. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it about here for the styling. That one in place. Oh, come on. I think I have a really nice frame around the product, and I'm gonna be shooting from a low angle. And yeah, I just think it balances nicely how it is. So I'm gonna take that shot and just see how it's looking. So for this shot, I'm gonna be shooting a perfume bottle. Now, if you're shooting glass bottles like this that are transparent, ideally you wanna backlight it. So you want a light coming from behind so that it really beautifully illuminates your product. So for this shot, I'm gonna be using some props from Propsyland. I've got the heart and then the flower prop. I think these go nicely together. It's just gonna look really cute. We'll add in some peaches, and then the rest is done in post-production. So for our ingredient placement, what I've tried to do is just not put too much in, but nicely balance the scene. So I've got a big peach at the back here, and that's just providing a nice bit of volume on the right-hand side, and just a little bit jutting out from the left, and some in the bottom right here. So I think this provides a really nice frame for the product, and that's what I'm really trying to do. When I'm styling, especially with ingredients, I'm thinking about how I frame the product and how I can create balance on either side. So for this scene here, it is more heavy on this side, but I think it works because we're styling both the back and the front. So really pay attention to like your background, your midground, and your foreground, and see what you can do when it comes to styling and placing your props and ingredients in those three sections. Now for this scene, I have this vision in my head where I want to create like a dreamy photo, like one of my cloud dreamy photos. So when I envision these things, I find it works best by using simple props so that you can kind of do more in post-production. So I am going to be using this set of fluted columns from Propsyland. I think these are going to work really nicely because I can kind of like put the clouds like around here, so it kind of looks like the props and the products and the ingredients are floating in the clouds, giving the vibe of peachy dreams. And then we might add some sparkles. We'll just see what we can do in post-production. But this is going to be my base, and then the magic is going to happen in Photoshop. All right, so I'm going to be starting with our plinths here, and I think I'm going to put the product on this one, because then what I can do is create nice balance with these two and put fresh ingredients on here, and I'll decide what kind of crop I want in post. Now, to put our peaches in, so I think I'm going to put this one up here, maybe like on the side there. Maybe we want like that to go like that. Actually, I don't know if I like that piece for right there. So when I style ingredients, I kind of like to do different things like this, where it's like you've got one piece that goes down, then another piece that kind of goes opposite. Instead of doing like that, you make it go the opposite way. I'm gonna push that into there. Actually, I'm gonna push that into the side of here. And then, oh, no, I don't like that piece. Put that piece there. So that's really nicely framing the left-hand side. And then, is there anything else that I wanna do? Maybe not. Maybe we just have like a nice little piece like that. Okay, I'm gonna take that shot and see what it looks like. And then if I change anything, it's probably gonna be this one. I'm not too sure on this one yet, but I'm pretty happy with everything else. Here is the before and after of this image. I am so stoked with the final product because I really was able to bring this to life. This is pretty much what I was envisioning in my head. If you would like a full job shadow and breakdown of how I edited this photo, it is all inside Become a Brand Photographer. So for this scene, I am gonna try and build a pool of iced tea. So we've got this prop from Propsyland. I'm gonna fill it with iced tea, put some stairs there, and then try and style some peaches around it and put the product hopefully just sitting inside the pool. I have no idea if this is gonna turn out, but we're just gonna try and see what happens. And I'm just gonna go for it and do this. Now, if I don't have enough of this stuff, I can dilute it with water. All right, so I'm just gonna mix in some water with that. And I'm kind of just thinking that the product's gonna sit like this. So let's just move this over here. And Where do I want the stairs? Maybe like, I'll shoot it from this side. Stairs can go there. And maybe it's just like, maybe it's just hanging out here. I think I'll need to get some blue tack and just make it sit there. And then we shoot from above. Okay, I'm gonna give that a go. All right, so we've got our blue tack. I'm just gonna whack that there. And then if we like style some peaches around, I honestly have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but whatever. Yeah, maybe I need to submerge my bigger peach so it doesn't look like it's cut off. Or we do, I don't know. That might look all right. Just not sure about this. Maybe that needs to come like that, like on this side. Better. That could work. Maybe I also put the stairs here. All right, I'm gonna take that photo and we're just gonna see what happens. So this is my pool scene. I actually really love how it turned out. We've got a little like inflatable toy, which is fun. And then just like some palm trees. And I've got this umbrella that I've basically just like held, put my camera on timer and did that. But I think these little props kind of make it look so much more pool-like, more summery, just adds a little bit of something extra to the photo. But I'm happy with how that's looking and I think I'm done. For this product here, this is the watermelon toothpaste. Now, I feel like watermelon is a little bit harder to style when it comes to ingredients, but I have an idea that I think will work. It's quite simple though. For our backgrounds, we've got this really cool pink tiled backdrop from Propsyland. I think that's gonna look really nice together. I think the backdrop will add really nice visual interest against the pink. And I love how this is a lighter pink, but you've got a bit of a darker pink in between the tiles. And then the base is also a solid color pink from Propsyland as well. So let's get started on our styling. All right, so what I'm gonna do is keep things pretty simple. I've got my watermelon just cut into like little shapes there. So I've got this bigger piece here. I'm just gonna lay it there. And kind of like my idea is just to build up, like stack the watermelon on top. And maybe we do something like this, but my only issue is that kind of goes too much forward. It's like I should have cut it a little bit wonky. Maybe I can get a tiny bit of watermelon, although I guess I could kind of shoot it from a lower angle because I do like that, but that's just a little bit annoying. So you got to think of these things when you're cutting fruit. What about we use a different one and see what that looks like? Something a bit more flat. Stack these ones up, like so. Put that in, how's that? Oh. Watermelon is so much harder to style.
Yeah.
Maybe we have that like that. Put that back. So I think this is gonna be my base. This one here, it's good. But I wanna add more height. Maybe we do something like this. Now when it comes to like, I'm actually quite happy with that. 3 pieces when it comes to, when you're using the same type of prop, odd numbers are usually better. But I mean, yeah, I think I'm happy with that. It's nice and simple. It still keeps the product like nicely in focus. All right, I'm gonna use this as my foundation. I'm gonna take that shot and then I might play around a little bit more. Yeah. So I decided to add in an arch. I just felt the photo needed something else. It was just a little bit too boring. And what I kind of envision for this photo is it's gonna be more 9:16 and the product is gonna be nicely framed by that left arch. Now I'm gonna leave the links for the props I've used in the description box below so you can go and check those out. I hope you found this behind the scenes styling tutorial helpful and it's given you some new ideas to try when you're in the studio next. Now go and check out my Black Friday sale on Become a Brand Photographer if you want to see more content like this and a deeper dive into the lighting and editing of these photos. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will see you in the next video.